Good evening, friends. How is everybody doing? Sorry, as always, I'm rushing around like a chicken with my head cut off. No matter how organized I try to be, this is what happens. But anyways, we are here. I hope everyone's doing well. It is so hot here, friends. So incredibly hot. But good news, tomorrow it's going to hit its peak of heat, if you will. We're sitting at like a really uncomfortable, like 103, 104. And when that is over, the cooler temperatures, more seasonal temperatures will come in. What's making things unbearable here is the humidity. So like we have a temperature of like 27, for example, but it feels like 38. And quick math for those of you that don't know how to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So you take the digit, so 38, double it, right? 76, add 30. Like it's gross. Anyway, with all that being said, we are here to do the August Taroscopes. And normally, you know, I try to like pre-record them. I've just been really, really busy and haven't been able to sort of like dedicate the time. It takes an awful long time to do all 12 signs. So I thought it would be more fun to join you guys live and do them together. And there's lots of information to know about the month ahead. So hi, everybody. Tana, I'm really glad that you're here. Tana left a lovely comment the other day and said how helpful she found it to give, you know, when I give like different information about, you know, whatever's going on in the moon or the energetic shifts or whatever. And I have lots of information for you tonight, Tana. So hopefully that helps. Want to just take a moment and say hi. Hi, Nancy. So Nancy, your Crohn's Intuition will be with me tomorrow. We had to reschedule from last week, and I really appreciate her understanding in that. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern for Angels and Affirmations. And Nancy, I just sent the link to you before I came on here. So check your email, my dear. Jen is in the house. Tana is here. Jessica Lynn is in the house. Hello, hello. Jan's Free is here. Jess is in the house. Sonia is here. Hello, Sylvia. How are you? Rossi's Den is in the house. Twisted Sushi, good to see you, my friend. All right, so we're just going to wait a couple of minutes because there is a plethora of information, friends. Plethora of information. And I'm smoking a cigarette, so just take a moment. What do you guys think of a new little intro for the Zodiacs? I love playing around in Canva. Like, it literally is the highlight of my day. I could spend all day, all night in Canva just creating stuff. It really allows me to get my sort of like creative juices flowing, and I really have a good time with it. So I hope that I don't bore you guys with all of my intros. Please make sure to hit the thumbs up and share the content with a friend if you think that they would, you know, appreciate what we do here. I do want to say that the daily readings, for whatever reason, people don't seem to be watching them lately. I know people are busy. It's summertime. People are on vacation and stuff. Like today's daily reading had like 13 views. That's probably the lowest amount of views I've ever had on a daily read ever, actually. So don't forget that they're there, is me pointing that out to you guys. So, oh, did you? Well, I can play it again. Do you want me to play it again? I'll play it again and then I can finish my cigarette. How's that? Here we go. I just created it yesterday. I kind of love it. I love the music anyway. Here we go. There you go. All right, so turn this on. Everybody knows who I am. We'll let that slide by, and here we go. Oh, thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Okay. So I got a bunch of cards in front of me, as always. I'll show you guys the desk in a minute, and I will do my best to make sure that I have timestamps in the description box of the video once we're done the live, so that, you know, if you're going to watch it back on replay, that you can follow along, right? It's important to know that these are general messages, right? All of my messages, everything that I do is meant to inspire. It is meant to provide you with a little pep in your step, some food for thought, some gentle guidance, something to help you as you navigate along your path. Please remember that they're general messages, so they may not resonate. And if they do, claim it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. Perhaps consider coming back in a couple of days. It may resonate more at that time. And of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. We must say that. All right, so here we go with all of our information for the month of August. There are 2 keywords for the month of August. And those 2 keywords are, I must scroll up to find them because you wouldn't believe the size of the sticky note that I have for this particular Zodiac month, or for these particular horoscopes. So August is about relationships and healing. Hi, Amy. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Ellen. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Okay, so relationships and healing, the 2 key components of the month of August. So we are in the heart of Leo season. We have just started Leo on July 23rd. Leo season is going to turn the heat up this summer by boosting our creativity and confidence levels. We should not shy away from indulging or pampering ourselves this month, especially when the sun aligns with Venus, which will be in retrograde on August the 13th. In addition to Venus going retrograde, we still have 5 other planets, 5 other retrogrades in store for us this month. Saturn, Pluto, Uranus, Jupiter, and Mercury. The first cosmic event comes on August the 1st, when the full moon rises in free-thinking Aquarius. So this will push us to sort of forge our own path, celebrate our uniqueness, and embrace our individuality, even if it means having to shed some old skins. The following week, of course, we have Lionsgate, which is a very important portal, and I will do a separate read on that. But the following week, both Venus retrograde and the sun will square off with Uranus. Uranus is kind of like unpredictable, so it may bring upon us some sudden changes of heart. We may deal with some unexpected challenges in that department. So consider thinking outside the box before you act on those issues or those situations or those people. Take things slow when it comes to relationships this month. Be mindful not to be reactionary, as Venus retrograde's energy may result in some of those situations and occurrences as being quite fleeting, right? So as fast as they appear, they go away. So be mindful not to be reactionary. It's a good rule of thumb anyway. The new moon on August the 16th will bring together Leo for a really dramatic sort of moment, right? It's in conjunction with the Venus retrograde, which will dominate our love lives throughout the duration of August. So that new moon can be really helpful to help us take initiative in resolving any issues that we may have, whether that be good, bad, or otherwise, right? So it's going to be a moment where you might be assessing the different relationships that you have in your life. And the conflicts that those relationships might be sort of sparking, right? They might be sort of like in the back of your mind going, hey, that person all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? So it will be something that you have just been thinking about in the last couple of weeks, right? In the last few weeks. August 23rd is a date to mark on our calendars, for it is the first day of the Virgo season, as well as the start of Mercury retrograde. The sun in Virgo will shine a light on our daily maintenance activities, inspiring us to clean up our schedule and get our lives in order. Mercury retrograde starts the very same day that Virgo season starts. So it might make things difficult to see all of life's little details with clarity and focus. So have patience with yourself and with others. Again, the theme of being not reactionary comes up. And this is the fifth and final planet to join the retrograde. So as the month wraps up with just as much action as it starts with, we have on August 27, Mars entering the sign of Libra, or the moon of Libra, bringing energy to social situations and relationships. And then a day later, Uranus begins its annual retrograde, pushing us to process some of those more unforeseeable challenges that have taken place sort of within the collective and in our own lives over the past couple of months. And then finally, on August the 30th, we have a really powerful full moon in Pisces. And this is the second full moon to hit during August, making it a special blue moon sitting across from the sun in Virgo. So it will be a time of letting go of, any kind of fantasies that we may have, created for ourselves. And what I mean by that is like, those pie in the sky dreams. And it's going to be a moment where we're really like focused on reality. So I know that's a lot of information. Feel free to, when it's over, go back to the beginning and sort of, listen to whatever you think is important, because that's a lot of information. But there's a lot going on in this month of August. Hi, Ange. Hi, honey. All the way from the living room. So, with that being said, here we go, friends. Let's get started, okay? I want to say happy birthday to all of my fellow Leos. And that's where we're going to start with Leos tonight. Because why the heck not? One of the things that I recently heard about Leos, which I think is really something to mention. Oftentimes people say that Leos are, larger than life and super uber confident, and sometimes that comes across as if we don't have a heart. Leos have huge hearts, but their hearts are behind this big, bold rib cage. And so to get to the heart, you have to go through that outer suit of armor. But once you get to that heart, we're simply marshmallow. I really liked it when someone said that, because it was like, finally somebody understands what Leos are really like. Yeah, we can be, like the star of the show kind of personalities, but we're not often as confident as people think we are. It's very misunderstood, at least in my personal experience. And I'm a rising Leo and a sun Leo. And with that, I want to mention that we should always listen to our sun, our rising, and our moon readings to get a nice, complete sort of overall view. So without further ado, let's go on with it. Okay, so we start out with 3 cards. These are like our overlying energies for the month of August. This is for the sign of Leo. You're in North Node, Leo. Cool. Wow. All right. We had 4 cards fall out. 1 went right side up. So there we have it. Oh, thanks, Tana. Amy says, my sister is a Leo and she will give you the share of her back, but she's very quiet and keeps to herself. I do know, like, I mean, I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself, but I you know, being a sun rising Leo, I am super sensitive. Like, I can get my feelings hurt like nobody's business. It's like literally my heart is on my sleeve. But I also can come from that sort of, you know, no, I just started BIMS. You haven't missed anything, love. We're starting with Leo, so you'll be coming up shortly. But I can protect myself with that shield of armor, so I kind of know what you mean, Amy. Okay, so first card for Leo is limiting beliefs. The situation calls for reprogramming your belief system. The second card, you are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. All of the things that we just talked about, right? And the third card is the wheel, moving forward, which who doesn't love that? All right, so we are going to pull some tarot cards, and then I've got 3 other cards to go with that. Let's go with the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. All right. So we'll just chat while we're doing this. Please don't forget to check out the daily readings. They are up there every day. I appreciate the support. Also, the weekend reading goes up every Friday. And then on Sunday, there is an oracle message. For those of you that missed, I did an Achieving Wellness pre-recorded message yesterday on clarity and focus. So that is also up for anyone who cares to view it. Coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, Nancy Crohn's Intuition joins me. We're doing Angels and Affirmations. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I need one more card, please, Spirit. Okay. And then I'll get to the next week part in a moment. Okay, so the first card that we have out is the 7 of Wands or 7 of Fire, right? There's lots of fire energy here. Feeling slightly challenged as we move into August, right? Being determined, but a little bit resistant. Kind of like, as my mom used to say, I don't even know if this makes any sense to anybody, but my mom used to say, I'm from Missouri. And I'd be like, what? What does that mean? And according to her, it meant like, prove it to me, show it to me. Before I just say, sure, okay, you need to tell me and show me that you're serious. Do you know what I mean? So you're a little bit kind of like, So there's some boundaries that are up, right? Next to that, we've got the 8 of Fire, right? Things happening quickly, speed, multitasking. Got your hands in lots of cookie jars, lots of things going on, which is lovely. We have the Queen of Water, okay? The Queen of Cups showing up here as we move into sort of currently how we're feeling. Lots of love, using your intuition, your psychic connection, your psychic ability. There is in the challenge position, the Page of Fire. This is about it being inspired, being motivated, being enthusiastic. And for anybody who is a Leo, honestly, I mean, that's always our challenge. You know what I mean? It's not that we're not inspired, and it's not that we're not motivated, and it's not that we're not creative. We are all of those things. But sometimes if we just decide, you know what? No, I don't feel like that today. Then that can be a real challenge for us. Okay. We've got the King of Earth on the bottom here or not on the bottom, as our outcome, which is, we're making things happen. We're going to get this show on the road. We're going to make it happen. Currently, right now, we've got the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So we're stuck. We're bored. We're just kind of like, ugh, whatever. I often describe this card as standing in front of the fridge, saying, I'm starving, but nothing is appealing to me. I have no idea what I want. I have no cravings. I'm just, standing there going, whatever. And that's kind of like what I'm talking about, right? That's the kind of energy. All right. Let us move on. Hi, Sweet Angel Tarot. We're not taking messages tonight, love. Sorry. This is the August horoscopes. So got these fun tea leaf cards, and I thought I would pull a couple. So we have the Carrot, which is opportunity or windfall. So new opportunity approaches. We have the Whale, which is great worry over nothing, which we love to see that. And we have the Unicorn, which says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So again, mimicking all the things that the cards are saying. And the last card is the Tent, which is a temporary situation. Lovely. All right, 2 more cards and Leo will be completed, and we will move on to Virgo. This is the mini chakra love deck. So this month for Leo, I think that the theme is don't get stuck, exactly as this card implied in the beginning, limiting beliefs. Don't allow yourself to fall into that trap. You can do anything that you want, anything that your heart desires, as long as you're willing to put in the effort. And why not put in the effort? Because you're worth the effort. We have vulnerability with the throat chakra. The stone that they mention here is sodalite. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength, which goes against everything that a Leo is made out of, in my personal opinion, being a Leo myself. All right. Well, that's the thing, Bims. We are very strong people. We're strong personalities, but we don't believe that we are. We believe that we're just like regular, you know what I mean? And when someone says, oh, you're the strongest person I know, which I've been told that my entire life, I'm like, and then I usually like do some kind of self-deprecating humor because I can't take a compliment. All right. We have 2 cards that have come out with the universe has its back. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So, be you. Do you, because you do you better than anyone else. Right? And I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Doesn't always have to be a solid direction or a solid plan. It's okay to color outside the lines, is what I want to say, right? Leos have a hard time with that sometimes. So that is what I have for Leo. I hope that my fellow Leos resonate with that. I hope it makes sense. Let us move on to Virgo once I get all my stuff cleaned up. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. All right. For Virgo, Amy says, I do the same thing, Kelly. When people tell me I'm strong, I do some of the most self-deprecating crap out there. Yeah. I think it's like a learned behavior, for me anyways, that I don't just say thank you. Do you know what I mean? You're a shy Leo? Yeah. I mean, I'm not a shy person. Like when it comes to talking to people or meeting new people, or, stating how I feel about a thing, or standing in my truth. I'm not shy that way. But I'm definitely shy when it comes to believing in myself. I definitely sort of lose the Leo at that moment. All right, we have the entrepreneur for Virgo with card number 55. So fives are change, right? Be on the lookout for exciting business opportunities to unfold. Interesting. Now, of course, if you're not in business, maybe you're starting a class, maybe you've been waiting for that particular class to start that you've wanted to take forever, and it's just going to pop up, and it's going to be the perfect moment. Next card that we have is live in this world as a dreamer, create a future paradise. So with these new opportunities unfolding, it seems very much like the sky is the limit, yours for the asking, as it were, which is lovely. We have the 10 cup and fulfilling work. This is really going to speak to our lovely Virgo friends. Awesome. We're going to move to the Light Seer Tarot now. It is such an incredible thing that should not be understated, that to be able to have the blessing of enjoying what you do, right? Whether it be a hobby or your actual career and occupation, it's wonderful to have the benefit and the blessing of enjoying what you do, right? To have it fulfill you in some way. Well, you're showing up in your own reading, Virgo, which is lovely. We have the Hermit coming out right away. So coming into this month of August, perhaps you were doing some self-reflecting, some self-discovery, kind of having a conversation with yourself, checking in, as I like to say. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. So we come in with the Hermit, as I mentioned. Next to the Hermit, we have the King of Cups, right? This is that fulfilling work. This is talking about the live in the world as a dreamer and create your future paradise. What do you want? What makes your heart happy, right? What is going to boost your emotions and your joy, really? In the middle here, right smack dab in the middle of these cards, is the lovely Ace of Swords. New ideas, new concepts, new possibilities, right? It's like the aha moment. You've got all this stuff going on in your head and you're super stoked about it. The challenge, as always, friends, for pretty much most of us. Oh, bye, Tana. It's okay, honey. Come back and watch on replay, love, when your internet's better. We've got the Two of Pentacles, right? Balance. It's all about balance. If you can keep your balance in check, Virgo, everything's going to be great. As the outcome of our cards here, we've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, the Ten of Swords is walking away. Time served, time to move forward, right? Cycle is ending, something nice is happening, something new. On the bottom of the deck, how we're feeling right now, or how we're going to be feeling in the next couple of days. We've got the Nine of Cups. This is all of your manifested dreams coming true. Fabulous cards for Virgo. And so I want to say that, you know, if things were feeling a little upside down, it's like the wheels start, you know, have gotten greased and they start turning again. But just be careful about that balance. That's the only thing I see there. So we have the crown chakra, and the stone that they mention is, it is so small, is howlite. Sorry. Meditation. To see more clearly, close your eyes. So that's really tuning into that hermit, right? I say this all the time, friends. Check in with yourself. So if the balance starts to feel like it's swaying a little bit, you know, revert back to your way of doing things, which is getting in touch with who you are, right? Do some self-discovery. Have a conversation with yourself. Wow. Look at these cards, you guys. These are fabulous. All right. We have the ladder, climbing towards success. We have the bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So maybe it's like some sort of an offer or some sort of an announcement. We have the pineapple, reconciliation. I feel like this is reconciliation with sort of told yourself that, oh no, I have no business, you know, thinking this way. I have no business of dreaming that big or for that particular position or job or that new car or whatever the case may be. And this is you reconciling that thought, saying, no, you know what? I do deserve this. I'm going to get it. And then we have flowers, which is happiness. I mean, outstanding cards for Virgo. All right, our last card for Virgo. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light, which ties in beautifully to this King of Cups. Outstanding for Virgo. All right. I see Jen's like, yes. Well, I wish you many blessings, Jen. I hope that that is how your month unfolds for sure. Those are beautiful cards. All right, we move on now. Oh, you're very welcome, my friend. Blessings to you. All right. So we move on now. Where is my little book so that I don't fall apart with what signs are where? Okay. Now we move on to the lovely Libras. This is Bims. This is for you, love. All right. So the theme for the month of August for our lovely Libras. My daddy was a Libra. We have universal mind. You are about to receive the solution to your problem or concern. So your scales are coming back into a more balanced state. You are going to find that harmony that Libras love to have. I want to say that that's like your key ingredient, Libras, for your recipe, right? For your signature dish. They are, Amanda. Hi, by the way. Hi, Rossi's Den, if I didn't say hi already. The second card that we have, listen to the internal song of your soul, tune into it, and learn to trust it. Libras, in my opinion, are not that trusting of others. They are very good, like, friends with a lot of people. Like, they really know how to work a room. They really know how to make people feel like they are heard and that they belong and that they're accepted and that they're loved. But I don't know that they necessarily let people get close to them, if you know what I mean. Like, they have a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances, but not a lot of besties, right? If that makes sense. You're a Libra rising, Sonia? All right. And our last card for Libra, or not our last card, but last of the first three. I mean, it's crazy. We have cinnamon and intense passion. In my experience, Libras are very passionate people. Like, they appear to me anyways to know exactly what they want and exactly what makes them happy. And I love that. All right, let us move now to, we're going to go with the One World Tarot for our Libra friends. I've got my crystals resting on all the decks that I'm using, like the tarot decks, to sort of like cleanse them and recharge the energies. So I have lots of tarot decks, but I only have 4 out, so we'll just keep recycling. All right, Libra. Okay. We have the Magician popping out and the 7 of Pentacles coming out. Lovely. Okay. Oh, these are flying. We've got the 3 of Cups. Excellent. Hi, Kiba. It's good to see you. How are you? How's your mom doing? Beautiful. Okay. Wow. So we start out with the Magician, using the resources that we have at our disposal to help us in our life, help us manifest our wishes coming true, manifesting our plans, manifesting our heart's desires, all of those kinds of things, right? It's about being prepared. We have the 7 of Pentacles coming out next. This is about patience, really, right? You've put in the work. You've, built the garden up, as it were, and now you're waiting until it's time to harvest. But that doesn't mean that you're not looking out the window or going out there every day, talking to it, watering it, fertilizing it, dusting it off, shining up the leaves, right? You still got to nurture it. So you're very invested, which is really trying on your patience, I think. Those are the 2 energies coming into the month of August. Currently, we're feeling really happy. We've got this 3 of Cups. This is joy. This is friendship. It's, backyard barbecues and lunch with the besties, right? And it's a great vibe. The challenge position is the 10 of Swords. So, a lot of stress. So the challenge is not allowing this stress to have you sort of over a barrel, right? The challenge is to work with the stress, to release the stress, to manage the stress by, doing this balancing, right? Injecting a little fun into your life to bring your skills back into a place of harmony. The outcome card, we've got the Page of Wands. This is a lovely card because this literally is really being a little bit spontaneous, which I think that most Libras are pretty good at. About like going after things, right? In a creative, passionate way. Does that make sense? You're really like grabbing on to what you want, what you believe in, and you are like, I am going after it. I don't care what anyone says. No roadblock is going to stop me. It's that kind of energy. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups showing up yet again, wishes being fulfilled. right? This is joy. This is happiness. So, sounds like Libras are going to have a good month if they can keep their stress level managed. We have from the mini chakra love deck, from the sacral chakra, and peach moonstone is the crystal that they mention. Fertility. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. So, in other words, this, the Seven of Pentacles, this is your life force. This is your future, right? This is what you've worked hard to build up. So be patient while it's creating. All right, we will move on to, oh, it's hot in Oklahoma, and wearing your neck fan helps. Awesome. Okay, that sounds like a bright idea. It's 104 or 105 here right now. It is so hot, like uncharacteristically hot for where I live. All right, here we go. So we've got the hammock, and taking a vacation physically or mentally, never a bad idea. We've got the ear, which is good news is coming. Excellent. We have the stork, which says, sorry, I can't read that one. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. I feel like Libras are always like busy. They're always like working on stuff, right? They're always like got a plan, making something happen. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. It's like I'm doing my dad's personal reading. Sorry. So that could be someone that you're dealing with, Libras, or that could be how you are perceiving yourself, which may be why this Ten of Swords is coming up as your challenge, right? So don't be so resistant to something, right? We have a chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. So someone may, I mean, it may be a fleeting moment. It may be someone that you meet in the grocery store, or it may be a new person that moves into your community that then becomes a really close confidant and support person and friend, right? So that's what I've got there. Last card is your universe has your back. 644 just says, yeah, it's 744 here. Yeah, they are insane, Nancy. Like, it's just so hot. But like I said, the temperature is coming down. Tomorrow's going to be really, really hot. And then for the next week, it'll be like seasonable temperatures, which are like 23, 24, 25, that kind of thing. And I am here for it, friend. All right. Last card for Libra. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So I think that along with this card here, the mule being stubborn, and this card here about living beyond or below the triggers, is tied to this Ten of Swords. So Libras this month in August, really pay attention to your feelings and don't like push them down. Push them away. Don't push them down. Do some releasing, right? That's what I've got for you. I think it's a nice reading. Just pay attention to how you're feeling in terms of your stress level. Don't let it build up, which I think applies to anybody. All right. Hi, Cheyenne. Okay, so that was Libra. We now move on to Scorpio. Hi, Linda. Nice. I like it, Sonia. I like it. Okay. Put my crystal back up. All right, time for a sip. gosh. All right, here we go. Scorpio. My mom was a Scorpio. My niece is a Scorpio. And y'all know the story that about my husband, right? Do you guys know that story about my husband, about Scorpio? I'll tell it for those of you that may not know. So, long time ago at my mom's house, we're talking about horoscopes. For whatever reason, my husband walks in the room, and my husband is a Sagittarius, but he, according to some books and stuff that you may encounter, it would say that he was a Scorpio because he's right on that, right on the cusp, according to some literature. So in some literature he's a Scorpio, and in some he's Sagittarius. Anyway, my mother was saying in the kitchen one day that Scorpios are known as the sex gods and or goddesses of the Zodiac. And in that moment, he decided he was a Scorpio. I'm just saying. I actually didn't hear about the extreme heat in Arizona. We send them our love and our thoughts and our prayers. It's just, it's so hot everywhere. There's so many things going on in the world, you guys. Hi, Bella. Nice to see you again, my friend. Hi, Fleck. Yeah, so my husband, from that moment on, said he was a Scorpio. And so I'm constantly saying, you're a Sagittarius, you're not a Scorpio. But anyway, I digress. Here we go, friends, for the sign of Scorpio. First card out is Healing with Nature. Your soul yearns to be outside in nature, around the healing matters, flowers and trees. Healing waters, not matters. It's what happens when you try to read up, backwards. So, Scorpio, get outside. Get outside for some downtime. Some rejuvenative sort of vibes. It is a proven statistic that if you spend 90 minutes outside in nature, that you can decrease your stress level by 40%. True fact. The second card we have for our lovely Scorpions is the Lotus. I can't speak. The Lotus within you awakes. You are a master in light on high. You are a master in light on high. So, in other words, when you plug yourself in, right? When you charge yourself up, you're like those, the security, those search floodlights. You know what I mean? You know, the big ones. If you spend 90 minutes outside in nature, you can decrease your stress level by up to 40%. So 90. Oh, that sounds beautiful, Linda. Yes, it's important to stay hydrated, as Sonia said. Oh, are you, Kiba? I love it. All right, friends, here we go. So the third sign, or the third card, which I believe is just a beautiful card of butterfly, big changes. Scorpio, you've got some changes coming. How do you feel about that? Let us see. In my experience, because like I said, my mom was a Scorpio. Not that that makes me an authority on Scorpios. I'm just saying. My mom navigated changes well. And what I mean by that is on the outside, she did not display that she was having a problem with change. I have no idea what she was doing on the inside. On the outside, though, she handled it well. My mother was pretty even-tempered in that regard. Like, you didn't often see how she was feeling. Whereas with me, it's like all over my face. Like, even if I tried to be like, no, everything's fine, my face is telling you that I'm fibbing. You know what I mean? Or that I'm holding something back. What are you guys like in that department? For you Scorpios that are in the chat, do you guys hold back how you feel? Do you think, or do you just like deal with it? Got the Two of Air, the Two of Swords, confusion and self-doubt, seeking direction. We've got the Eight of Fire, things happening quickly, information coming in, messages, multitasking. We've got the Queen of Earth showing up. I'll show you the cards obviously when I get going here, or when I get done here. Wow, cards are turning over inside the deck. We've got the Death card coming up in the challenge position. Okay, all right. And the Ten of Air. With the Eight of Earth on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so the Two of Air. Beautiful card. This is the Herb Crafter Trail. I love the images in this deck. It's very springy, summery to me. You know, this is the energy that you're coming into the month with, right? Confusion, self-doubt, looking for directions, trying to sort it all out. Yes, absolutely, Bella. The Eight of Fire or the Eight of Wands is next. And, you know, like I said, that's multitasking, things happening quickly, information coming in. And I feel like that's kind of like a Scorpio thing, right? Like they're like always busy. They're always got like lots of things on the go, right? They're like, as Gerald from Tarot Stash likes to say, hashtag overachiever. Like that's kind of like Scorpio to me. We've got the Queen of Earth showing up here. So the Queen of Pentacles, lovely, right? The person that everyone goes to, the person that's got like everything under control, the person who's got their hands in all the cookie jars, the person in the community and in the family that everyone like flocks to, right? They've just got this like thing about them, right? That makes people feel like they can, like that they can go to them. So they're sort of sitting in that position and they're loving that position. Then we have the Death card coming out, and the Death card, as I said, is in the challenge position. So the Death card is about what? It's about rebirth. It's about release and start new. So as we talked about in the beginning, if we are just pushing things down and we're not releasing, we're not addressing, how do I feel about this? Why do I do this? Why do I react this way? Why do I behave this way? What can I change? How can I navigate this obstacle better, right? How can I do this so that I'm not, you know, being torn up on the inside? That's the challenge. The challenge is the change, right? The challenge is to release and literally let it go and not hold on to it. The outcome is the Ten of Air, the Ten of Swords. So if this challenge isn't met and we can't let go, then you're going to be carrying a whole lot of stress around. And we don't want that. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Earth. I mean, this to me, this is Scorpio, right? This is getting to work. This is mastering your craft. This is paying attention to the details, being very focused, very driven on whatever it is that you're passionate about, whether that be like your home, your family, your job, your friends, or all of those things, right? Mini chakra love deck, that was fast. Okay, we have from the third eye chakra, the stone that they mentioned is amethyst and intuition. Intuition is a little tug that pulls you towards your light. Scorpios are very well known for being very perceptive in the intuition and psychic category or departments. Now tell me, do you guys enjoy being here for these the Zodiacs live, or do you prefer to have them like pre-recorded? Because I've done them both ways. I'm just interested. All right, we have the quill and get back to the basics. So don't get caught up in the muck, right? Again, referring to the death and the Ten of Swords. We have the archway. Beautiful picture. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Big changes coming, right? As it said. We have tulip, great passion. We have the beetle and good fortune. And we have the eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Now, here's what's interesting, friends. We have the eagle, we have the beetle, we have the tulip, and we have the archway, right? All of those things are nature, right? We find them in nature. Healing with nature, right? Kind of fun, isn't it? I love it when spirit plays. Okay. Last card for Scorpio. Oh, thanks, you guys. Appreciate that. No, I haven't, Jan. That sounds like it would be a very cool video to watch. It's probably either in British Columbia or in one of the maritime provinces. Beautiful. The universe works fast when I am having fun. So in other words, when this obstacle does not allow that to be the outcome, and we sort of go with the flow, then everything is moving as it should. Everything is going along like tickety-boo. Do you know what I mean? I love that. Beautiful reading for Scorpio. So, whenever the stress feels like it's getting too much, Scorpios, go outside. Love it. All right. Sip. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible hot. Well, thank you, everybody, for the feedback. I do appreciate it. It always helps because you just never know. All right, we move on to Sagittarius. A lovely Sagittarius. Here we go. So, I didn't tell you guys what's coming up next week. I have a busy week next week. So, on Monday, at 2 p.m., I believe, I'm on with Gerald on Tarot Stash. At 7 p.m., I'm back on Monday doing full moon readings with Angela, Cartomancy Mesquite. On Wednesday at 2 p.m., I have Ben joining me for Jukebox Tarot at 2 p.m. So much fun. And then at 7 p.m., I have Angela, Cartomancy Mesquite, joining me, and Diana Boyles, which is Oil Painter, and we're going to be doing the garden readings, what's coming up for the month of August. So, busy week. All right, we have a kitty cat fight happening here. They are not happy at all because they haven't been able to, like, go, like, the windows are all shut down, so they're not loving it. Let me pull these 3 cards and we'll reveal them all at the same time. Thank you, Kiba. That's very kind. I appreciate you saying that, because it's true. Hi, Claudia. How you doing? Cheyenne says, awesome. Sounds like a great week, Kelly. Thank you, Cheyenne. I try, my friends. I try. Amy says, my mom's a Sagittarius and we don't get along at all. We fight like cats and dogs. You know what? My mom and I got along much better as friends. So when I got older, as we really ever did mother and daughter. Not that we didn't get along, but I felt like a bond with my mom that I can't really articulate when I got older, right? A whole bunch dropped, but nothing turned right side up, so we're putting them back inside the deck. I love these little cards, but they're super slippery. Are you groovy? Excellent. I'm doing okay, thanks, my friend. Okay. So, first card that we have for our lovely Sagittarians is, this is sort of like the energy for the month, right? We have Awakening. You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. So sounds like you are learning to set up some boundaries and stand up for yourself. Okay. The next energy is the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. So again, connecting to that first card, you're starting to set up some personal boundaries. You're starting to understand yourself and what you need to be able to live your best and highest life, right? In other words, to stand in your truth. We have Bear coming out with Rest and Retreat. The Sagittarians that I know are fixers. They are fixers. They want to fix everything for everyone. And they always put themselves last on the list. And you can't function properly that way all the time, 24/7, 365 days a year. It's just not possible. You know, everyone has to take a break. And you have to think of yourself as like a car, right? You've got to tune yourself up and keep yourself well maintained so that you can then be of assistance to other people. Because if you keep depleting yourself, sooner or later, you're going to run out of gas. You're going to break down on the highway and you're going to need to call, like, help. You know what I mean? You're going to need to call a tow truck. Oh, you guys are fun. Thank you. All right, here we go with the tarot cards for Sagittarius. Hi, Vivian. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you. All right, so our first card out is the Five of Cups. Second card out, Eight of Air or Eight of Swords. Third card out, the Empress. How's the weather there, Vivian? Is it super hot or what? We've got the Three of Swords. Goodness gracious, what is going on, Sagittarius? Beautiful. All right. So, we start out the month of August with the Five of Cups, the Five of Water, right? This is crying over spilt milk, as I lovingly refer to it as. So we have an opportunity here to either focus on the 3 cups that are on the ground or look up and notice that we still have 2 cups left. How do we implement those 2 cups? How do we discount and reject the 3 on the floor? In other words, only focus on the negative, not looking at the positive or the possibility, right? The next card we have is the Eight of Air, the Eight of Swords. Self-doubt, confusion. You need to put some boundaries around yourself to protect yourself, which ties into the first card that we have, no longer letting people dictate or run your life for you, right? Right in the middle, this is sort of where you're going to be in the middle of at the beginning of the month, right? We have the Empress. This is about nurturing yourself. It's about loving yourself. It's about taking action. So you embrace yourself and nurture yourself and forge forward. Not in a aggressive way, but in a determined way, right? The Empress is all about taking action and, creating things, making things happen, making things possible. And as I said in the beginning, Sagittarius are known, at least in my personal experience, as the fixers. So this is you doing what you love, but in a way where you are protected and not allowing other people to sort of dump all their stuff on you, if that makes sense. In the challenge position, we've got the Three of Swords. So this is the heartbreak. This is the sorrow. This is the upset. This is an opportunity to start to heal. So the challenge is, if you can release this, right? It's the difference between being empathetic and sympathetic, right? Having sympathy for someone is, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you actually start to feel that, right? Like you start to feel it. Being empathic, being an empathetic person. I feel for you how you feel, but I'm not going to put myself in that position. There's a massive difference, right? So allow yourself the opportunity to heal, right? If someone has hurt your feelings, if you are overwhelmed, if you are dealing with sadness or whatever, allow yourself the opportunity to heal and release. Let it go, right? Don't let it fester. And if you do that, the outcome is the Fool card, the Dreamer in this deck. New beginnings, new opportunities, new adventures, right? You are about to just start fresh with a brand new sort of clean slate, and the sky's the limit. On the bottom of the deck, you show up, the Queen of Fire, right? Intelligent, determined, feisty, energetic, enthusiastic. You're going to stand there and you're going to stand in your truth and you're going to own it. That's how you're facing the month of August, and I totally dig it. Oh yeah, Kiba, that's cool. Hi, Teresa. All right, so for the mini chakra love deck, we have, look at that, friends. From the solar plexus chakra, we have the stone of amber and fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. I mean, really, that's, I could have just pulled that card and that would have been the whole reading. Turn your worrier into a warrior, right? Don't allow other people or other situations to take away what it is that you are trying to achieve. All right. We have the torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So you're starting to be aware. When you've got this rest and retreat and this awakening coming up, right? There's something that is happening to you on a level where you are having this opportunity handed to you by the universe saying, okay, you need to like clear out the cobwebs, right? Clear out the attic, as it were. We have the barrel showing up here. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So you're assessing situations, right? Which I think sort of leads itself to that second card we had, the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. You're starting to see things a little more clearly, which is lovely. We have the vine. Seek out information that will help you. We have the ear again, which is good news. We have the cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And the last card that we got out was needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. So I literally feel like you are standing at the doorstep of a really major sort of shift where it's not just about doing, it's about doing what is right for you, if that makes sense. All right. Whoa, that was fast. Did you see that, friends? All right, last card. Oh, beautiful for Sagittarius. When I think I surrender more. You know, this is one of those things, and I can't stress this enough, you guys. This is one of those things where if you allow yourself the opportunity to truly release something that you've been holding on to, something that has hurt you, in terms of like letting it go, releasing it, forgiveness, right? Just unburden yourself. If you truly let that go, that is going to be the best feeling that you have had in, a very, very long time. And once you do it and realize that it is not as painful as we think it might be, once we do it and we feel the benefits of the restored sort of strength and happiness that is brought to us, you will continue to do it. Because that feeling of joy, that feeling of being unburdened, that weight being lifted off, you feel so fantastic that you're never going to want to stop. You're not going to ever want to go back to the way that used to feel. Something to think about. All right. We move on now to Capricorn. Hi, Pierrette. How you doing, love? Hopefully I haven't forgotten to say hi to anybody. If I have, it wasn't intentional. I'm a busy girl over here shuffling and doing all sorts of things. I'm going to send my husband a note because I don't know if he's still watching, and ask him to bring me a drink with some ice in it that's not melted. I came back here with 4 ice cubes, and as you can see, I have no ice cubes left, and I'm thirsty. Please bring me a top with ice and a hug and a kiss for thank you. I have the best husband in the whole world. All right. Smoke break. I have a little personal fan here that I've been using when I've been getting hot, because we have it's an old house, so we don't have ducts, so we can't have central air, so we've got like window units. And you guys know, if you had experience with those, they're great in the room that they're in, but that like to have that sort of like controlled air movement is not really something. So we got fans going all over the place, as you can see. Trying to keep the air flowing. The important bit is we're not suffering. We're not living outside and dealing with this heat. We are fine. So we are grateful for that. All right, what is going on about this having one friend? What is happening? Okay. You're so sweet, Greeter. Yes, everybody here is family. Everybody here is friends. Everyone here is loved. Very hot and rain is the craziest weather ever. Aw. Well, I hope that you're staying safe, Vivian. And I'm glad that you're here, my friend. It's good to see you. Okay, so Capricorn, here we go. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up, you guys. Bell notifications so you know whenever new content is available. If you want to book a private reading with me, the information is in the description box below. I do it by donation, which means whatever you can afford. And I do want to make a mention that there are a lot of scammers out there right now on all of the different tarot accounts, right? You know, taking over people's accounts. I will never leave a comment giving you a cell phone number to call. I will never ask you to send me money. And if it doesn't say Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot, the little circle, you know what my icon looks like. If it doesn't look like that and it isn't highlighted in white or gray, it's not me. And if you're not sure, right? If you're not sure, for whoever you may be dealing with, if you get a response and you're not sure, better to err on the side of caution and contact the person to find out, did they really send you that? Because there's just too many scams going on, and you can never be too careful where that is concerned. So make sure that you guys are doing your due diligence, and if you do come upon a scammer, block and report them. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Aw, isn't my husband the nicest? Thank you, honey. Oh, including a tornado. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really hot here tomorrow, too, Teresa. So tomorrow is, they're calling for 38. So 38 Celsius is 38, and 38 is what? 76 plus 30, so like 106, 107-ish is what they're calling for tomorrow. Yeah. Too many cards, Spirit. Thank you. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me. We're only halfway through. Good gracious. Wow. All kinds of good stuff happening. Okay. 38 Celsius is 100.4 Fahrenheit. Really? All right. It's still 100 degrees. All right. Here we go. We have perception coming out. You are getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. Lovely. Lovely card. You are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. This is the second time this card has come out tonight. We have the pine cone and spiritual realization. So sounds like some sort of energetic shift change, right? That I'm sort of picking up from those cards. This is an interesting reading because it's very similar to another reading that we did that I mean, how bad is it that I can't remember? I've done all the readings. I've been here the whole time and I can't remember. But it's very similar to one of the readings that we've already done. Virgo. We start out with the Hermit card, right? As we come into the month of August, bringing that energy of that self-discovery, right? Getting in touch with yourself, trying to figure out, what makes you tick. Are you okay? That lovely moment of checking in with yourself, right? We've got the 10 of Swords, and this is about walking away from something, right? Your time is done. You've completed the work. You're moving on. 10s are completion. So even though there is a finality to it, it's not a negative, it's not a bad thing, because it's the new stuff that you're walking towards that we should be focusing on, right? Right smack dab in the middle of the month, it's all about balance, right? The 2 of Pentacles. Priorities and balance. We have the 9 of Pentacles in the challenge position. So the 9 of Pentacles is about, it's about harvesting the fruits of your labor. It's about reaching a particular level of contentment in your life, right? You've think of it like the bank account, right? You've been putting away, a few extra dollars, few extra cents for 25 years. And now you're at a particular point in your life where it's time to break that piggy bank open, and what do you want to spend it on, right? So it's a lovely energy. That energy, though, in terms of a challenge, is we can get too comfortable, right? It can be about sort of, how do I say this? It can be about like a lack of appreciation, right? So you're taking advantage of the blessings and the abundance, but when there's no appreciation for all the hard work and effort that it took to get there, right? The outcome card is the Death and Rebirth card. So something is definitely happening. Some shift is definitely at work here. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is a ritual release. It's walking away from something that no longer serves you. You are searching for empowerment. You're searching for fulfillment, right? Look at the bowl with the fire inside the water, right? So you have decided, you know what? I've done all I can here. It's not a bad thing. I need to move on. This is no longer working for me. I want to mention that just below that, you have the Magician, which is using the resources that you have at your disposal, manifesting your dreams coming true. Below that, you have the Wheel of Fortune, right? Luck, karma, change. So things are moving in the right direction for you, Capricorn. Let's move to the mini chakra love deck. Hi, Sam. We're actually not doing personal readings. These are the Zodiac readings, so I'm going through all 12 Zodiac signs. We have the throat chakra, and the stone that they mention is lapis lazuli. Expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. So some kind of major energetic shift, some kind of leveling up, I feel, sort of idea. It's like you finally have realized that, oh, this is what this is. Does that make sense? We have wealth showing up. Beautiful. We have ring showing up. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So some kind of business opportunity is going to be presented to you or come your way. We have flowers and happiness. Beautiful. We have camel, which is persevere and you will overcome your problems, your obstacles. We have the vase and secret admirer. So you could have a new friend entering your life. It doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic relationship. There are lots of people that are inspired by others and they're like, hey, I want to hang out with you. You look fun, right? We have horse, short journey. So I feel like you're right on the precipice of a shift change, a leveling up, as it were. And once that has completed, everything is like crystal clear. It might have appeared foggy and you might have been feeling like, your shoes were made out of cement. But once you get through the other side of this shift, everything is going to flow really smoothly. We have, I honor how I want to feel. I honor how I want to feel. Beautiful card for Capricorn. Honor how you want to feel. Not how you do feel, how you want to feel. It reminds me of my favorite little affirmation that I used to have on my positivity board till the cat ate them all. And that is, be who you want to see. So in other words, not who you think you are, not who others think you are. Who do you want to be? You could have one wish. I love it. All right, here we go, my friends. We move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, I will not sing. I will not sing the song. Oh, you're welcome, Sonia. Thank you so much for the feedback. I love the feedback. I love the comments. I love the feedback. Amazes me. We have these big, huge decks and we keep getting the same cards. Or some of the similar cards, anyway. Are you an Aquarius, Pierre? I'm an Aquarius moon, friends. A Leo sun, a Leo rising, and an Aquarius moon. Sylvia, nobody wants to hear that, honey. Nobody wants to hear that. But I appreciate you. All right. We have unwavering faith. Beautiful image on this card. You are being asked to have faith in the unseen. You're being asked to have faith in the unseen. Second card out, we have, again, the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. The third card is the forest and steady growth. Beautiful. I love that. All right, let us move on to, we'll go with the Herb Crafter Tarot. Why the heck not? Thanks, Sylvia. That's very kind of you to say. You're an Aquarius rising, Kristen. Jess is an Aquarius sun. Beautiful. Look at all the beautiful Aquarians in the house tonight. Love it. That makes sense, Jess. All right. We have the Seven of Fire coming out. The Seven of Wands. Feeling challenged. That card flew out. The Page of Swords, or the Page of Air. That was me. I dropped that. We have the Two of Earth. The balance seems to be a theme for some signs tonight. Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles. Wow. The Hermit showing itself yet again. One more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. We start out the month. This is the energy coming into August for Aquarius. 7 of Fire. Feeling challenged some way. So you are determined, feeling challenged, and a little bit resistant all at the same time. Which is like an interesting energy, but not an odd energy, right? It is the energy where you're like, this is a really stupid analogy, but it's the only thing that pops in my head. It's like, I can call my sister a name, but you're not allowed to, because she's my sister, that means that I have like special privileges and you don't. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of a vibe where it's not consistent. You think it's consistent, but to the world, it's not consistent. So it's a bit blah, you know what I mean? But to you, you're okay with it. We have next to that the Page of Air, Page of Swords. It's about truth, about being resourceful, about going after it, right? Fact finding, getting all the information, putting all your ducks in a row, right? Like you're very interested in having all the information, cheerful disposition, and just sort of, going about your business, if that makes sense. In the middle of the month, in the middle of the card, we've got the Two of Air, the Two of Pentacles, right? The balance. Play hard, work hard, priorities. In the challenge position, we've got the Hermit card coming out. So taking time to listen to yourself, right? The Hermit is about self-discovery. So the moment you remove yourself from the noise, whether that means you take yourself for a 5-minute bath, when you shut all the noise of the house off and you just go sit and soak in the tub, or you literally go on some sort of, meditation or retreat. It's about really checking in and assessing. Am I okay? Am I good? Are my chakras aligned? Do I need to do this? Do I need to focus more in this area? Have I done enough work on that? It's really taking the time. It's also about the North Star. The lantern that the Hermit holds is his compass, right? It is providing the light for the path ahead. So you're checking in with yourself to get your personal inside advice on how you navigate the path forward. That's what the Hermit is about. So the challenge is listening to yourself. The outcome card is the Ace of Pentacles. So planting the seeds, getting ready to make a path forward, right? About new possibilities, right? Like you're ready to put in the work. You're ready to get things happening. But you're right at the beginning steps of it. Which is lovely because that just means anything is possible. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Swords here. So meditation, rejuvenation, contemplation. Really listening to yourself this month of August seems to be like a major theme, right? Checking in with yourself, listen to yourself, ask yourself, how are you feeling? And really paying attention to what the feedback is. The mini chakra love deck card is from the heart chakra. The stone that they mention here is rhodonite, and we've got the message of love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action, right? I believe that this is talking about loving yourself. Loving yourself. No point in taking the time to check in with yourself if you're not going to take the feedback and try to implement that in some way, or listen to the feedback at least. All right, we have the Horseshoe coming out, and good luck. We have the fox showing up here. Okay. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So you are really paying attention in like financial matters or business or contracts or something like that. And so I wonder if that is what is causing you to have to like sort of step away and constantly like check in with yourself, right? That's why the balance card might be coming out. Gong, an exciting event. So I feel like some business opportunity is gonna present itself. Now, I mean, maybe you're buying a new house, maybe you're starting a class or something, but it feels more like a contract, right? Where there's some papers that have been signed or something like that. It feels like permanent. We have mountain, which is a major challenge to overcome. And I think the challenge is listening to yourself. The next card that we have is the torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So got a lot of spiritual stuff here that is all pointing at what? It's all pointing at your heart, right? Listening to your heart. What does your heart tell you? Your heart's never going to lie to you. What's your heart tell you? That's the ticket. All right, here we go. Oh, really, Amy? 91 tomorrow? And the last card for Aquarius is, we've got this card again. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So, in combination with this love card, okay? In combination with this love card, listen to yourself. What is your heart telling you? That's your ticket to happiness and joy and a higher vibration. Love that. All right, here we go, my friends. For our lovely Pisces friends, let me just put my cards back. Take a wee sip. Okay. Here we go. Oh, thanks, Amy. I spend way too much money on cards. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. This is taking way longer than I thought it would, but I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I hope that you're having a good time. All right, here we go. For Pisces, I just ordered some more decks. Hey House had a sale. Pisces in the house. Love it. Okay. So the first card, you're an Aquarius Sun, Vivian. The first card that we have is Parting Ways. It may be time to move on from this person or situation. So if you are having thoughts, feelings, or whatever about a particular person or relationship in your life, it may be time to just, you know what? This isn't really working for me. And that's totally okay, by the way, that you do that. Because the alternative of staying in a relationship or you know, whether it be like a romantic or otherwise, that is, you know, causing upset and stress or worse. Yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors in that department. The next card we have, a difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. So, in other words, you don't have to, if this is a situation that you find yourself in, you don't have to navigate it alone. It doesn't have to be so stressful and so difficult. It can be a little bit smoother if you allow yourself to be open to receiving support, whether that means from another person or from spirit. We have two cards which are really interesting, I think, that came out here. We have the Moose in position of power. So remember that you're in the driver's seat. You hold the keys to the ignition in your hand. And then the next card that we have is the Cow Skull and abrupt ending. So it feels like once you own it, once you reclaim your power and make a decision that this is my boundary and you might be overstepping, you're good. So it doesn't have to be like dramatic. Do you know what I mean? Endings don't always have to be bad, friends. All right, here we go. We're using the One World Tarot for this. Oh, you do write poems? I love that, Jess. Absolutely. Beautiful. Well, it's funny that you said that, Jess, because literally I just got that card out. Wow. Okay, you guys. So we start out energy coming into the month. Lover's card. Choices, partnerships, collaborations, relationships, emotions. Right? Again, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It can be your next door neighbor, right? That it just is rubbing you the wrong way. You've got the Emperor coming in next to that. So this is a situation of, and I don't normally do this when I read, but like, general message. So this is either you need to remind yourself that you are in a position of power, that you have the ability to control this, or that person, whoever this person is causing a whole lot of unnecessary struggles because they are, sort of butting heads with you in a tug of war for power. Which I suppose one could say is the same thing, but in my opinion, they're totally different. They're totally different approaches as to how you work with those energies, right? In the middle, we have the Ton of Pentacles. This is the happy home card, right? This is security, solid foundation, the family unit, that feeling of wholeness, right? Not to be confused with the happy family card. Two totally different things. This is more about the foundation, the home, right? Making sure that you have a roof over your head and food in your mouth, that you provide for the people that you love, as opposed to the feeling of love, which is the happy family card. The Queen of Cups. So just when you said, and thank you, I've always been told that I have a big heart. This is when I said that literally that's the card that just came out, which is the Queen of Cups. This is the big heart, right? This is in the challenge position. The Queen of Cups, she's all about loving. She's about nurturing. She's about giving. She's about using her psychic abilities and her intuition to navigate. But she always comes from a place of love and kindness and compassion, right? So, in other words, I think that what I'm getting here is to always navigate from that place. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't get wrapped up in the woulda, shoulda, couldas, or go down like the path of like, well, you wronged me, so that kind of idea. Be true to who you are because it serves you best. It's not about the other people, it's about you, right? The outcome card is the Two of Cups. Again, this is about relationships. This is about people. It's about blending energies together. So I feel very much like if you can stay true to who you are, that you may be able to work out a compromise where you feel like you are being heard, that you are not being, that your boundaries are not being infringed upon, right? On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Queen of Pentacles showing up here, which is lovely, right? This is a person who knows exactly who they are, and they're very comfortable with their seat. They got their hands in all the cookie jars, they're multitasking. Everyone in the community comes and asks them and needs them and wants them. And you are totally vibing in that energy. As long as you remember that you are in the position to decide what happens, right? I love that Jess is like, yep. Okay. For the mini chakra love deck, we have the throat chakra, which is all about communication. The stone that they mention here is sodalite. We have vulnerability. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. So I feel like that vulnerability is to yourself, but also to that other person, because it's okay if you say, you know what, I don't like what you just did, that affected me, that hurt me. It's okay. It's okay to say that. Or even just own it to yourself. You don't have to let everything slide by like everything's okay. All right. We've got love. Ding, ding, ding. I mean, you got the Lover's card, you've got love, you've got the Two of Cups, you got the Queen of Cups. You've got needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. So whatever your hope is for this relationship, I think that it's going to be reachable. I think it's going to be obtainable. You've got the Moon card here and changes in your life. Changes in your life. I think this is about you changing the way that you handle things and the way that you allow others to sort of come into your space, as it were. You've got the Tree, affairs with your family. So, okay, so this is like about family, home, relationships, all of that kind of stuff, right? We've got the Barrow. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And we've got the Bag, something important, such as a new job or a raise. Could be in the works, which is lovely. And the Tent, which is a temporary situation. All right, last card. This is a dope reading. Thanks, Cheyenne. That's cute. Wow. Look at this card, you guys. Look at that. I choose to learn through love. Completely embracing your Queen of Cups moment. Beautiful. Outstanding reading for Pisces, I say. It gives me good vibes, like it's all going to work out just as it's supposed to. It might feel like there's a few bumps in the road, but everything is going to be okay as long as you listen to your heart and let your heart be the one that navigates what you do. Understand that you have the power to say what is best for you. Can't go wrong. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm hot. Woo! I didn't mean to make this a marathon. See, that's why when I do these recordings, at least I can't go on. You know what I mean? But you all are here and like you're invested, and so I want to make sure that you get what you need. All right, so that was Pisces. We have Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Gemini, and Cancer. And I need a smoke. Oh, sorry, Bella. Pisces for the win. I love your enthusiasm, Cheyenne. Appreciate you, my friend. Okay. Put my crystal back on my deck. And let's go for our lovely sign of Aries, my fellow fire sign, Aries. Oh, I'm getting hot. Look at it. My ears are burning up. Woohoo! It's getting hot in here. Okay. Our next card for our lovely Aries friends. Beautiful card. One of my favorite cards just came out in that whole deck. Cheyenne, you are more than welcome to join the ranks of the chatters. I'm a chatter. I own it. I love being a chatter. I also think it's funny that when I stop chatting, everyone's like, oh, is everything okay? Are you all right? People really seem to notice when I stop talking that they think something's wrong with me. Okay, here we go, friends. For Aries, my fellow fire signs, we have, look at this beautiful picture, you guys, universal flow. It is time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses or the flowers. Oh, thanks, Cheyenne. I think the same about you, my love. Now, notice the cards, okay? Notice the colors on these cards, right? You've got all these beautiful, like the reds, the greens, there's some pink, some yellowy, goldy kind of colors, and a little bit of blue, right? It fascinates me. Second card, awaken all your senses, slow down, and become aware of them. So, really, like what that first card said. It is time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses. Awaken your senses by slowing down and becoming aware of them. When you're going so fast, you know, like everything becomes blurry, right? You can't focus on stuff when you're moving at the speed of light, right? You've got this lovely card of hearts, love, and relationships. And another card that fell out, which is the axe and a breakthrough. Notice how all of these cards have the same colorings in them, right? The golds, the reds. Look. Crazy, right? All right, so hi, Teresa. Okay, your cards are flying, Aries. Wow. Beautiful. Nice. We start out with the Five of Air, the Five of Swords. When I say mental conflict, I don't mean that in a derogatory or negative way. What I mean is the hamster wheel is just on overdrive, right? You think you're getting on with it, and that little thing is going tick, 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 right? This is what Aries are moving into August with. And then we have the Ten of Air, the Ten of Swords. Lots of stress. Like, it just will not lift, right? In the middle of the deck, you've got the Page of Water, the Page of Cups. Here comes Quincy. Hi, baby. Hi. I'm sorry I'm so late. I'm almost done. Is this like my 5-minute awe? No, don't bite the card. Please don't bite the card. Thank you. Yes, you can rub on the card, but don't bite it. Good boy. No, do not bite the cards. Good boy. Okay, so Quincy really thinks that this card needs to be emphasized. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is about... Come on. Excuse me while I get rid of the cat, because it's going to mess up my whole situation here. I have way too many cards on the desk. Here, honey. Over there. So the Page of Cups. It's that energy of sort of like, almost like dreamlike, almost like fantasy, right? So you can go too far. You can lean into that too much, right? It's wonderful to think big, but can pigs really fly? Do you know what I mean? The challenge position, we have the Queen of Earth yet again showing up for you here. And I think the challenge is revealed in the next card, which is the outcome, which is the Six of Earth. The Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving. So this is about not giving too much of yourself away, right? This is about not overtaxing yourself, not giving your energy away freely to anyone who may need assistance, right? It's got to be give and take. Whether that's a give and take on your end that you've got to replenish your energy, or it's a give and take where you're saying, you know what, I got some boundaries I need to put up because I need to protect myself. It's not a bad thing. It's totally acceptable. You got the Hermit coming out again. The Hermit is been like a theme all night long, right? Checking in with yourself, right? Are you listening to yourself? Awaken to all your senses. Do you hear what I'm saying? Not me, but like that's the idea. Sorry. We have the what the heck is this? The crown chakra. And the stone that they mention here is rainbow moonstone. Calmness. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. I mean, you can't make this up, really, right? So if that hamster wheel is on overdrive, the only way that you're going to slow it down is by assessing why it's spinning so fast, pretending and working full speed is not going to do it. All right. We've got the well, family wishes come true. We have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So someone unexpected could come into your life. You may hear an awesome reader on YouTube and be like, wow, that's what I needed to hear today. I'm kidding, but it's possible, right? You may meet someone when you're at the park and just sort of see them. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone and you see like a giggling baby video and you think, you know what? That's exactly what I need. I need to just feel some joy. I need to laugh some more. Do you know what I mean? You've got the mountain road and you are on the road to success. You have the rose. Romance is in the air. I think the romance, it's so interesting, you guys, seriously, because you've got hearts and love and relationships, right? Beautiful. Look at this for you. The fire sign of Aries sun. Happiness and well-being is coming out. You are the sun. And we have star. Guaranteed success. I mean, come on. That's like an awesome reading for Aries. Wow. There you go. Look at that, friends. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. That's a powerful statement. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. So most benevolent outcome. Leave it up to the universe. Kind of idea, right? Does that make sense? You've done everything that you can do as long as you're coming from a true and honest and authentic place, a place of love and kindness and compassion, right? Beautiful reading for Aries. You're very kind, Cheyenne. Thank you so much. And Jan is saying, I had a friend with Mercury retro at birth. She was embarrassed with a shudder. Then I told her why, or a stutter. Sorry, not a shudder. A stutter. When I told her why and how to cope, she understood and it helped her. Oh, blessings, Jan. That's very sweet. What do you call it? So it's autocorrect if you type something wrong into the chat. What do you call it when you just say stuff that, like, it's like my mind is thinking one thing and my brain has some other mission in mind, and my words are just flying out of my mouth in all the wrong spots. All right. Taurus. My God, you guys, 2 hours. Yeah, maybe. I don't listen. Sometimes I'm not in control of what happens up here. I don't know what goes on. All right, here we go. Our lovely Taurian friends, hang there. We're in there with me, you guys. We got 3 more to go. We're almost done. Just a short recap. And I don't know who knows this and who doesn't, so I'm putting it out there for the universe to see, for all of you that are here with me now and all that will watch this back on the replay. I put up a daily video every day, and it's a lot of work. I love doing the daily readings. I have tried to change them and tweak them up, and then one time I took them down, and people were like, oh my God, put them back up. So if you don't know that they're there, please do go check them out. There's a weekend reading that comes out every Friday for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's a Sunday Oracle message that comes out. And tomorrow at 2 p.m., I have Nancy of Chrome's Intuition joining me for Angels and Affirmations. We'll be having a chat about different things that have happened to us and different experiences. And so I hope you guys can tune in. It'll be a lot of fun. I am taking a week off. The second week in August, it is my birthday. And I plan on taking that time off, but I will leave all my daily videos up for you guys to see or to watch or whatever. And I will do a Lionsgate video for everybody that will be posted during that week. Beautiful. I love it when the cards fly out like that. Always makes me happy. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Look at how disheveled I look. I'm literally sitting here melting before your eyes. Oh my goodness. Wow. We've got the Seven of Fire that came out, the Ace of Cups, the Magician, and the Moon card coming out. One more card, please, Spirit. Beautiful. We've got the Ace of Earth on the bottom of the deck. Okay. The Seven of Fire. So the Hermit card and the Seven of Wands seems to be a theme tonight, right? Feeling challenged. The Hermit is about checking in with yourself. So feeling challenged. There is a feeling of determination, but you are slightly resistant to it, as we have said earlier. We have the Ace of Cups, emotions, relationships, using your intuition as your guide. So really using your inner wisdom to navigate, right? We've got the Magician coming out in the middle here, using the resources that you have at your disposal. The Magician has the resources of the Tarot, right? The swords, the pentacles, the cups, and the wands. And he uses all of those things to be able to manifest his dreams into reality, right? It is about empowerment and being prepared. That is what the Magician is. Now, sometimes people will say that the Magician is about secrets, like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. And it is true that there can be some kind of secrecy behind the Magician, but I don't think it applies in this case. And I base that around some of the cards that are here. But I mention that because of the next card. So we have the Moon card showing up in the challenge position. Okay. Again, this is pointing at using your intuition, right? The Moon card is about illusions, right? The Moon card is either highlighting what you need to see, showing you something that you think is there is actually not, or giving you just enough light to see the next step forward. The challenge in this case is being able to see what you need to see, right? Consider it a revelation of sorts. That's the challenge. Like, don't be paranoid. Don't, get all like caught up and think like, people are out to get me or that kind of vibe, right? Use it to literally highlight the next thing in front of you. The outcome is the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, right? Capable, practical, the community leader, the multitasker, the person that is like the natural healer kind of idea. We have the Ace of Earth on the bottom of the deck. This is abundance. It's opportunity. It is like really opening the door for the future, right? All opportunities and possibilities are at your doorstep. The choice is whether or not you're going to act on them. I didn't show you guys the other cards. I just started pulling the tarot cards, didn't I? And I just recognized that. See? This is how tired Kelly is. We have the Void. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. Now, it's slightly excessive in its wording. It could be something like it's a behavioral pattern that you don't seem to be able to break, right? So if you are experiencing something that just keeps sort of happening over and over and over again, and you're like, okay, what is going on? Like, why does this always happen to me? Why can't I seem to, like, you know, break free of this? That's what that card is talking about. The next card that we have is a difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. So to me, that is the Magician and the Moon and the Ace of Water, right? Like using your intuition and really sort of using all of the powers and the tools that you have in your spiritual toolbox to help you navigate whatever the path is. And then the last card was Books, which is education and knowledge, right? And interestingly enough, if you look at this card on the bottom of the deck, he's literally holding on to a book. So don't be afraid to find some help, find some facts, look stuff up. If you need answers, you need a further explanation, you're unsure, you're unclear, look it up. Knowledge is power, right? And the only question that is stupid is the one that you didn't ask. That's what my mother used to say. Okay. We have the crown chakra here, and the stone that they mention is a tourmalated quartz. Oneness. You are a part of the universe and always will be. So, in other words, going back to that card, a difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. This is not just something that's happening to you, right? Sorry. It's like a circus over here, friends. Quincy, honey, I love you, but you can't come on the desk right now, honey. It's too busy over here. You just sit down beside mommy. Come on, bud. Sit down up here. Up here, look. Look. Here. Yeah, you lay here. You lay there. Up here. Oh, thank you, Jan. Okay. Look at that. You wrote that, Claudia, and I was just saying that. Knowledge is power. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So, like, that's 3 intuitions in this reading. You've got the handshake. Again, a meeting with a stranger could be important. So I don't know why, like, because there's nothing here that says like mentor or something like that, but someone could be very beneficial. Like, so you're going to read a quote that's going to really speak to you. You're going to watch a show or something. There's something that someone is just going to sort of drop in your lap, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's it. That makes so much sense. It's really going to resonate with you. That's what I'm vibing. We've got the tree, right? Affairs with your family. We've got the bridge, which is successfully overcoming a problem. And we've got the candle, you will be showing the way. I mean, come on. That's literally like the moon card right there. I love Spirit. Spirit is amazing. All right. And beautiful card. Oneness is my true nature. So we don't want to be like this. We don't want to be challenged. We don't want to be resistant. We don't want to be like, you know what I mean? We want to be this person. We want to be resourceful. We want to have information. We want to have knowledge, because knowledge is power, right? We want to use the inner knowledge and the inner wisdom to navigate. It's not as easy as it looks, Claudia. There's a lot of them. Look, like it's huge. But because I have such tiny hands, they kind of fit perfectly in my hands, so it seems to work for me. As long as you go slow. And these things are super slippery. You know, I've had these for like the longest time because I seen someone else using them and I wanted them, and I don't use them often enough because of that reason. All right. So Aries, Taurus. All right, we move on to Gemini. I cannot stress how appreciative I am of all of you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much. I'm sorry it's taken so long. But we are almost there. Here we go. Gemini. Jan says, oh my gosh, Kelly, you're just spot on with that complicated. I have to hold my tongue and be grateful at the same time. Thank you, Jan. Yeah, that's hard to do for sure. Sometimes taking the high road. And I just want to say, if I may, just for a moment. I had a situation yesterday. I'm not going to discuss the details. And the reason I'm not going to discuss the details, because I was planning on discussing the details, you know, within reason. I asked Spirit before I went live if I should mention this, and Spirit said no. So I'm not going to give out the details, but I will just briefly explain the idea. So yesterday I had a situation where somebody reacted on social media to a post that I did not make about me being a guest on a live on their channel. And I didn't know it. It was brought to my attention. And that person contacted the person that made the reaction and said, like, you know, basically, like, what was that all about? We have to be careful, right? Words matter. Actions matter. You can't just make snap judgments and assumptions about people, because you can cause a lot of hurt and a lot of, you know, unresolved feelings and tensions where none of it is even necessary. So in the beginning of the program, when we said about this is that moment where we're not being, we don't want to be reactionary, right? We don't want to react. We want to be proactive, not reactive. So, you know, count to 10, as our moms used to say, right? Because the truth is, lots of people have difficulties. Lots of people have obstacles and challenges and things going on in their life. We can't just assume that somebody meant something. And so before you know, say something and could cause hurt feelings, really think about it, right? Here we go. Second card out. That card just wants to come out, so I'm going to get another one. Apparently, I'm not getting another one. All right. I'm sorry I doubted you, Spirit. I apologize. Well, I didn't doubt you, Spirit. I doubted myself in that moment. Thought maybe I did something. Spirit and I are going to have a word. Excuse us. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, so our first three cards for Gemini is a healing with nature. Your soul yearns to be outside in nature, around the healing waters, flowers, and trees. Now, we've already had this card come out once tonight, right? So then I pulled the next card, and this was the card that I got, which we've had twice already tonight. A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. And so I said, no, let me see if there's anything else that wants to come out. And then I got two, which we've had this one already tonight as well. Awaken all your senses, slow down and become aware of them. So this is about what you want, what you need, whether you're aware of it or whether you're not, right? Whether you're listening to yourself or you're not even certain of what it is that will do what you need it to do. The last card that we have is lost in the ruins of the past. Find the way to the present moment and live. So this feels very much like holding on to stuff that doesn't serve you, right? Letting those kinds of things fester. Not intentionally, because I think that I'm getting the vibe that like we think that we've done it, but have we really? Because something else is going to trigger us and boom, we're right back there again. The pain seems real again. We've got the canoe and upcoming adventure, which implies that something's about to change. All right, let us move to our Light Seer Tarot for the tarot portion of the reading. Here we go. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. You let me know if this resonates or not, Amy. Okay. Beautiful. Wow, we've got some serious themes happening tonight. And I find that happens a lot when you're doing these kinds of readings, that you will continually get the same kind of message. Because these, as we said in the beginning, there's so many energetic things happening in the month of August. Like we're all going to be affected in a certain way. So that's just an interesting thing. We've got the Page of Cups coming up here first. So moving into the month of August, this is that energy of, that fantasy world, that dreamlike state, pie in the sky, pigs can fly kind of, like, to me, this is burying your head in the sand. Like if I pretend I can't see it, it's not real. It's not really happening. It's that kind of vibe. Next to that, we've got the Two of Swords, confusion, self-doubt, seeking direction, right? Notice how she's blindfolded, right? That's the energy coming in for the month of August. We've got the Star card coming out, which is beautiful, right? This is about belief. It's about having faith. It's about your connection to spirit, opening up to spirituality, opening up to that attunement, right? To believe in a higher source, or the possibility to believe in a higher source, believe in the universe, if you know what I mean. In the challenge position, you've got the Five of Wands. This is conflict. This is competition. This is discourse. And so the challenge is to not create conflict where there is no conflict, whether that's within yourself or outside. So again, about the be proactive, not reactive vibe, right? And the bottom, and as the outcome is the Queen of Cups. This is about love and kindness and joy. This is about blessings and using your intuition, using that inner compass that we all have to guide us, right? If we listen to our heart, we're not going to be wrong. We're not going to be served ill by that. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck yet again. Not tasking, but I think in this reading for you, Gemini, it is the balance between these two personalities that is the ticket here, right? So you've got this loving, kind, compassionate person who uses their intuition, and you've got this person who takes that compassion and that intuition and applies it into the people that they are surrounded by, into their community, into themselves, right? It's those two energies that I think are the ticket here, if that makes sense. You've got the root chakra with smoky quartz and strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. So having faith, believing, loving yourself, using your intuition and your kindness, and allowing yourself to be of service to others. Beautiful. All right, we move on to our tea leaves cards. Whoops. I had one flip over, sorry. Trying to get it out without having 9,000 cards all over the place. All right, so we have the arrow. Whoops. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Lovely. We have the wheel coming out. The wheel is indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, which is really interesting. So you think you've got no roadmap, your compass is broken. But the first card said you're exactly where you're supposed to be. In some aspect, right? We have the owl. Good advice from a wise person. Maybe it's this earth sign or this water sign that's going to walk up and impart some wisdom. We have the pail. Time to get out of a situation, which is the challenge, right? That's that conflict. And we have the hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally, 100%. And we have the elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So throughout this process, as you navigate, you are going to be building up not only your knowledge and your wisdom, but also your sort of personal power, your personal sort of beliefs, your core strengths, right? And when you come out on the other side, I feel like you're never going to go there again. Amy says, I am moving to England next year and I just started my journey finding out my ancestry with the clan, cloud, and my Viking history. Yes, it does. People do say that is me. I hate it when that happens. All right, last card we have. Energy flows where my intention goes. Energy flows where my intention goes. So if you have no focus, if you have no clarity, if you have no idea what makes you happy, where you're going, right? If all you're doing is dealing with all this conflict, right? Trying to stay one step in front of that, you're not listening to you, right? What is it that you want? And then go after it. I think it's pretty good reading for Gemini. I hope that resonates and makes sense and all that good stuff. Let's put our cards away. Spend some time in nature. Allow yourself to just be and really ask yourself how you can make yourself happy. All right, friends, our last sign of Cancer. Here we go. For our lovely Cancerian friends, what do they need to know in the month of August? Our lovely Cancerian friends, what do they need to know in the month of August? Again, huge deck of cards, and I keep getting the same cards coming out over and over and over again. My sister is a Cancer sign, and she is the kindest and sweetest person that I know. She has this sort of warmth about her that really just lights up a room. It really, sort of casts a beautiful glow wherever she is. I mean, yes, obviously she's my sister and I love her, but she's pretty powerful, pretty special person. I'm a little bit biased. She goes to the doctor on August the 2nd. And this is still to figure out what happened to her all the way back in February when her lung collapsed. So, prayers to my sister. All right, here we go. We have parting ways. It may be time to move on from this person or situation. We have protect what you love. It is your duty and responsibility. I mean, look at that card with the puppy. So cute. We had 2 cards fall out here. We've got Cow Skull, Abrupt Ending, literally like the last time that we had these cards out. And we have Eggs, A Fresh Start. So it sounds like Cancers might be doing some cleaning up, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. She's gone so many times, and like I don't want to discuss her personal details, but like they're not getting anywhere, and so let's just hope that this time they actually can give her some sort of direction and some sort of treatment plan, or whatever the situation might be, right? Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate you, my friend. Oh my God, seriously. At this point, I should just ask you guys to guess what cards come out. I'm kidding. Okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles coming out here. The Three of Pentacles is about collaborations, cooperation, working well with others, right? So it could be a work thing or a family thing that has got Cancer feeling a little, whatever the word is, a little sort of like over it is the best way to know how to do it. We've got the Queen of Pentacles yet again coming out, right? So in this case, the Queen of Pentacles is coming out because I feel like this is about trying to be all things to everybody. It's about putting yourself for all people as opposed to yourself. Do you know what I mean? So like you're always available to others, not really available to yourself, because there's nothing left for you at the end of the day. Which is why temperance is showing up, right? This is balance and control and moderation, right? 1 foot on the water, 1 foot on the land, and navigate that. It's a lot harder to do than it sounds. Sometimes it can become really, really difficult, right? Excuse me. In the challenge position, we've got the 5 of Swords. So what's interesting about this card is this is about the mental conflict, right? This is about the hamster wheel. This isn't about actual conflict. This is conflict that you could create within your own by overthinking, by overanalyzing, by, like not living in the present, not living in the present, but thinking of an outcome, right? How is this going to turn out? How is this going to work out? How is this going to end up? By always being over there, you're not in the present, and then you miss stuff. So that's the challenge. The final card, the outcome, is the King of Pentacles, right? You love your family. You want to provide that solid foundation and be the provider, right? You want everyone that you love to feel loved, which is why you do what you do, Cancer. On the bottom of the deck, interestingly, we've got the King of Swords. This is about standing in your power, standing in your truth. This is taking a different perspective, looking at something from a bird's eye view, right? Being very logical, analytical, and strategic about how you view things. So you're not coming from a place of the heart. Now you're coming from a place of the mind, right? You're like, here's my list. This is what I need to do. I'm getting to work. It's a totally different vibe than how Cancer normally operates. But maybe they need to do that because of these cards that we've got with this person sort of taking advantage of their goodness, their kindness, their emotions. So I feel you being a little bit cool, shall we call it, towards people that are not being respectful, if that makes sense. We have the heart chakra, and the stone that they mention here is rose quartz. We have self-love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. Friends, you can't make that up. You can only love yourself or others as much as you love yourself. All right, that's too many, Spirit. All right, so we start out with the pin and new job or career. So good news coming, right? You may be switching lines of work, or a new offer is being made. Maybe you level up, right? Or switch positions. We've got goldfish here. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth, which could be either or. Spiritual growth in terms of understanding about your boundaries and reserving your energy. And the material wealth in terms of this new job or career, this leveling up. But no matter, there's a major level up that's happening here, I think. We've got hat. You will be playing a different role. That's an interesting card. We've got the funnel and period of frustration, lessons to be learned. We've got flowers and happiness. And we've also got the broom, new home, new attitude. And so you could be moving home. You could be setting up a new home, like buying a new place or moving. Maybe you're going to redecorate. It doesn't have to, maybe you're going to like change the bedding and paint the walls or something. Oh, thanks, Jan. Much love to you, my friend. We're just about done here. One more card to go. All right, the last card for Cancer. It says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So this is standing in your truth, right? This is owning it and really embracing this Temperance card, right? This is about the moderation and the control and the balance. That's an awesome reading for Cancer. All right, friends, thank you ever so much. 2 hours and 42 minutes. That was a long one, and I thank every single one of you for being here, for hanging out with me. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, bell notification, comments under the video are greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check out the daily videos. Don't forget to check out the weekend reading if you're into it. And then Sunday, there's an oracle message that comes out, which I'm really enjoying doing. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, we have Nancy from Macron's Intuition joining. It's her first time here at Dozen Cats, so I look forward to that. We're doing Angels and Affirmations. And then on Monday, I'm on with Gerald at Tiro Stash, along with Ben from Ben There Done That. So that's a long time coming. The three of us haven't read together in a really long time, so look forward to that. And then I will be back here at 7 p.m. on Monday with Angela Cardamancy Mesquite doing full moon reading. So stay tuned. Have yourselves a good night. I really appreciate your support. And until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye, everybody.